Alright, what's up guys? Today me and PB decided to do some duels of Blue Eyes versus Dark Magician. We played for a little while, a couple games, and yeah, we've got some really cool replays for you. Blue Eyes versus Dark Magician, we'll start it as soon as possible. Alright, so here for this first replay, of course it's going to look a little weird because obviously he's playing Dark Magician down here, I'm playing Blue Eyes up there. This is just kind of the situation. If you want, you can go to his channel, and he's got the other half of the replay, so he's going to show you more of the Dark Magician side of the replays. I'm going to show you probably more of the Blue Eyes side. But yeah, right off the top, we always draw Bingo Machine Go, even though we only play one. Dragoonity Remus is going to get us our Dragon's Ravine, which will allow us to get into our Blue Eyes engine. It's one of the most important cards in the deck, especially in the control build. Both of us are playing like more of a control build of the deck. There is, of course, like a combo version of Dark Magician. There's a combo version of Blue Eyes, but unfortunately, I think on Master Duel, getting Max C just kind of wrecks being able to play a lot of the combo decks because you have to play so many Call by the Graves and stuff. But down here, we've got Fists, Skill Drain, and True Light. Pretty decent back row options there. We have the Negate just in case he has the Harpy's Feather Duster or any sort of card like that. We're going to activate Skill Drain on his Summon of Rod. He's going to try to fuse, which is really smart to go into Secrets of Dark Magic. And I'm just going to chain that because if this card resolves, he gets a fusion monster and the Rod resolves. And then he can get into cards that can destroy my back row, cards that just hurt my side of the game overall. He can get into Circle, and Circle is really, really annoying to deal with. He's going to play the Chicken Game. To draw, he's going to draw an Ash, which doesn't help the situation immediately, but overall having an Ash against control decks is generally pretty good. He's going to go and get the Aramis, as you can see there. That, of course, will put the Magician, the Rod, in the graveyard, and now he can get that back whenever he activates one of his back rows. So it's a pretty smart play on his part. I'm going to set the Ultimate Creature of Destruction into my back row. Now we're going to enter the battle phase. He's going to activate the Eternal Soul. He's going to add back the Rod. I'm going to attack him directly twice, which I didn't know this at the time, but I actually knocked him out of range of using the Solemn Strike, so it's basically dead the entire rest of the duel. Main phase 2, I'm going to go into the Heavenly Heretic Seal of Heavenly Spheres, and then I'm going to bounce back a Blue Eyes because I'm just trying to bait some negates out, see if he has any ghost spells or stuff like that. Also, I get a free resource off the Dragon's Ravine. He's going to Ash the Dragon's Ravine, but that really didn't matter. I basically just made him waste an Ash here. So now my Heretic Seal won't get Ash later on. So that's perfectly fine. We're going to True Light to special summon a Blue Eyes. He's going to use Soul to get a it would have been the Dark Magic attack, but I do Ash that. So we both actually drew into an Ash, and we're able to Ash each other here. And I'm going to be able to summon that Blue Eyes White Dragon. So now I've got the Blue Eyes White Dragon, Heretic Seal, and the momentum is definitely building, as you can see here. Now, right here, we're going to activate, he's going to activate the Upstart Goblin. He plays a lot of draw cards because draw cards are just really, really good in Dark Magician because you can actually reorient the top of your deck. And then we're going to activate the Spheres after he activates Eternal Soul to bounce the Eternal Soul so his card doesn't resolve. And then the Spheres will actually be able to summon another monster from our deck, which in this case I'll just summon a stone. That way I can have options to either go into synchro plays or do whatever I need. But it's basically like a free monster, and I get to summon a Blue Eyes. We're going to use True Light to summon another Blue Eyes. So now we're getting ready to go for game here. Skill Drain's been really, really putting in work. So now we're going to synchro summon. Actually, we're going to summon the Spirit Dragon, because the good thing about Spirit Dragon is it can help us just in case the True Light gets popped at any given time, and yeah, because we can negate the True Light afterwards. So we're going to activate True Light. I should have summoned this in the battle phase. I don't know why I did this. I exited the battle phase and then I summoned the Blue Eyes, which is dumb. But it really didn't matter because he would have just blocked it with the Dark Magician in his hand regardless. It literally did not matter. We're going to use the effect to summon a Blue Eyes at the end phase. Now we've got all 3 Blue Eyes, and we've got Silver Dragon on the field, which is a pretty wild board. You can use the effect of Eternal Soul, summon Dark Magician. I'm going to get the Dark Magician out of his graveyard, because at this point I didn't even know if he had one in hand. I should have known because he tried to fuse earlier in the duel, but I mean, I guess that's my fault. But he's going to summon the Dark Magician, and from his hand he has the Dark Magic attack, of course, so that should wipe our entire field. Since he activates that, I'm going to use Ultimate Creature Destruction to make one of our blue eyes unaffected by everything. Now he's going to destroy all of our back row, and I'm going to activate the effect of Spirit Dragon in order to negate the effect of my own True Light to protect my entire board, which leaves us in a very, very strong position. He's going to attack over his own Dark Magician here, and he's going to set one card, which ends up being a Solemn Judgment, and he's going to end his turn. So we are going to draw a Pot of Extravagance. Again, a pretty good draw. I gotta tell you, some of those draws have been pretty good, and we're just gonna kind of win the game here because the duel is over. We've got too many blue eyes. We've got too much heat going. Let's go to the next game. All right, here we've got game 2. I'm pretty sure PB actually wins this one, so you can see here. He starts off. He's going to use the effect of Magician's Rod to get the Soul, which he will then go into the Aramis. Honestly, I think he should have just gone into the Field Spell instead of just Soul directly. He should have Field Spell then Soul, but I'm sure he has his reasons for doing what he did. He's going to, of course, make the Artemis Moon Maiden. We're going to normal summon Link away immediately into, I think, the Linkuriboh will go into. And we're going to activate Lord of the Heavenly Prison. He's going to strike that because obviously Lord of the Heavenly Prison is a +2 that protects back row. He's really, really, really good. You definitely want to try to get rid of him. If you're playing against any sort of control deck, you want to get rid of it. He's going to use Magician's Rod. He's going to use the effect to get itself back. And I'm going to set 3 down there. I'm just going to pass. He's going to use the effect of Eternal Soul to add a Dark Magic attack, which is a pretty good card to add. And then I'm going to activate the stone. He's going to ash the stone, so we're not even going to be able to get a blue eyes onto the board. He did a pretty good job here of stopping us, and he still has the Solemn Judgment face down just in case he needs to do even more if he wanted to. He's going to top deck the Infinite Impermanence. Not the best card against us. He's going to summon the Dark Magician in the standby phase using Eternal Soul. Activate Dark Magic attack. I'm forced to activate Solemn Judgment. Unfortunately, there's nothing that I can do. He's going to activate his own Solemn Judgment, which will get rid of my back row. And unfortunately, I can't even activate the remainder of the cards because I can only chain with another counter trap. So he will wipe out all of my back row here with the Dark Magic attack. Dark Magic attack was like the MVP of this series here. He's going to activate the effect of Soul Servant to place a card on the top of his deck, and he's going to draw it, which is going to be, of course, the Magician's Souls. He's going to summon the Dark Magician instead of just summoning the Souls. And now this is a play that he and I have actually been discussing, which has been really cool. I told him that this card is just kind of broken and not a lot of Blue Eyes players have actually been using it, which is the Galaxy Tomahawk. Galaxy Tomahawk can summon any amount of tokens to your side of the field, and it's just crazy. So if you have no monsters, you summon the Galaxy, you basically get 6 monsters out of nowhere. This is the first time using it, of course, so it's not like super duper fully optimized, but it's still a very, very strong idea because you can just kind of go into like a just disgusting board out of nowhere. You can summon so many monsters. You can go from losing the game and having 2 Dark Magicians to 6 monsters worth of Link material. It's actually kind of crazy. And they're all 2,000 attack. I don't know if they destroy themselves during the end phase or anything crazy like that. But he's going to go right here. He's going to use all the monsters to go into the Link 6 monster, which is the Adagnus or Link 6. That is just absolutely crazy. He's going to pop my Linkuriboh. He's going to be able to summon an additional token. He's going to enter the battle phase here. And I'm not going to take any battle damage because the Galaxy Tomahawk prevents that for the rest of the turn. But still, he's got a monster that's 4,000 attack that is unaffected by everything. Very few decks actually can out this card unless they have a Kaiju, which is rare. I'm going to summon the Blue Eyes off of the Fusion deployment, but honestly, the Blue Eyes is just not enough. I'm just going to wipe out the token. There's not much that I can do here. He's got the Dark Magician coming back every single turn. This duel is pretty much wrapped up. And of course, he's got the Magician's Rod, which resets, gets itself back to the hand every turn. One of the most broken parts of the card. Yeah, this card is really, really, really strong. This and the Galaxy Tomahawk are really, really good. I might do a deck profile on Dark Magician with the Galaxy Tomahawk. It is actually a really, really good card to include in any Dark Magician deck because it gives you so many resources for so little. And he's going to, of course, win that game. Terrific plays on his part. All right, so this is the last replay. If you, like I said before, if you want to see more replays, definitely head over to his channel, and he will have a variety of other replays. We're going to start with the Pot of Extravagance, banish 6 to draw 2 cards, but he will ash the Pot of Extravagance. We'll just have to play with the cards in our hand. It's not the end of the world. There's tons of things you can do with the hand that we have. It's actually quite good. So then I'm gonna activate the fusion deployment. I'm gonna reveal one of my fusions to summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon, and from here, we're going to activate the Flawless Perfection of the Tenyi and set 2 cards, Ice Dragon's Prison and Skill Drain. Skill Drain, of course, is just, it's an auto win against so many decks. A Dark Magician can actually play around Skill Drain quite well, so it's not the end of the world. He's going to go into the Dark Magical Circle. He's going to draw a card. He's going to summon the, what is this? The Magician's Rod. I'm going to Skill Drain, so he's going to have to play through that, which isn't easy. But it's really cool because the Magician's Circle, he can set whatever he wants on top of his deck, and he can draw whatever he wants off of the chicken game. He's going to activate the effect to send Dark Magician. I am going to activate Ice Dragon's Prison to banish that Dark Magician, to banish his Rod, and then, of course, the card in his hand, which is the Soul Servant, will not resolve. So those are the 3 replays. Like I said, if you want to see more replays, head over to his channel. He's got tons of content available for Master Duel. So if you like Dark Magician, I don't think anyone is making more Dark Magician content for Master Duel than PB. So thank you for watching and have a great day. La 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 la.